Alright guys, what's going on? So today's video that I want to make is going to be an update on how my bodybuilding preparation is going this last month. Okay, so let's get to it. So this COVID-19 thing is causing some problems. So it's challenging, you know. For the most part, I'm doing pretty good with, you know, I'm on my diet, I'm still training because I got the home gym. You know, nothing like that is getting impacted, but you know, other things are getting impacted, like a little bit of stress, because you know, I work at a facility where, you know, there's people with the virus, so we're like, you know, there's always a little bit of stress there, you know, just like being extra cautious and hopefully you don't have it. So that's one thing. Now another thing is that there's a quarantine, so the shows that I plan to do, I'm hoping are still going to be available to compete in when the time comes. So like July 18 is the first show. So from the looks of it, the show might go on because it's still a few months from now, but you hear all these things that, you know, they're gonna extend the quarantine. So, you know, it's just things that you're just like, oh man, like you're thinking about, like it just doesn't help. Like it would be easier knowing that it was a year where nothing happened and the shows are there, so you're looking forward to it. So it's just what would I say, it's the fear of not knowing what the future holds. But the good thing is that so far we have shows. I have a bodybuilding show planned in July, 2 in July, 1 in August, 1 in September. So hopefully if all this keeps dragging on, I'll compete till September. But with that being said, I want to get to the update. So first off, this last month I haven't lost much weight this whole last month. So to be exact, 3 weeks ago I was 170 pounds, waking up at 170 pounds. And then from 3 weeks ago to now, I was from 170 to 171, then go to 174, then 173, then to 171, back to 170, then back to 174. So it was all over the place. But as of now, I'm back to 170. Today was the lowest ever, 170.0. But I was 3 weeks ago, I woke up at 170.2. So, you know, if it 3 weeks in a perfect world, 3 weeks ago I was waking up at 170. I should have been dropping maybe at 168 by now. But we haven't done any changes. Me and my coach, we haven't done any changes because I'm waiting for, just recently I got tested for the COVID-19 test just to make sure that I'm negative or positive, whatever it is. And you know, it looks like if I end up being positive, I don't have no symptoms, which is good. But just say I am positive, you know, maybe one of the best things to do is maybe don't drop any more calories right now. Because I think the next step right now for me to lose more body fat is drop calories or increase my activity. Maybe increase some steps, maybe do like 2,000 more steps a day. So one of those things has to change. Something has to change for me to drop more weight. And that just means that, you know, my immune system might take a little toll if I start dropping calories. So it's something that we don't want to do just yet until we get the results. So it's just kind of like we just been hanging on for the last few weeks, just, you know, because stress did go up a little bit because of that. So we didn't want to change anything. So I've been like slowly, the scale hasn't changed, but I can see my body changing week to week, like little minor adjustments. Like I see myself a little bit leaner, but nothing crazy. So we're just waiting on that. So that's just something that has been, you know, causing some stalls, but we made so much progress so far that we're right on the deadline. You know, we have a deadline that I should look good by July 18, and according to the deadline, I could get away with not dropping weight for these couple weeks and still continue to get on track for that, for the first show. Now, one last thing that I want to do is kind of give some motivation. I want to give some motivation of why I'm doing this bodybuilding show. Okay, so I feel like it's like my motivation. Okay, but I feel like you guys could benefit from this if you guys wish to do a bodybuilding show or compete in some type of show in the future. But overall, let me explain what I'm trying to say. Because I got asked, like, why am I doing a bodybuilding show? Why do I want to compete in a bodybuilding show? Well, one thing is that, I mean, I love the bodybuilding because it's kind of like, you know, you've been working so hard to build muscle that you want to see how your body looks with like minimal body fat. So one thing is, you know, just physical. I want to see how my body looks. I just feel like it's something what would I say, aesthetic, something that you want to see physically. Okay, but that is not the only reason. Okay, one thing we know that doing a bodybuilding show is super hard. It's hard. It's so hard because you have to lose so much body fat that it's not even healthy. That's why it's important that you reach out to a professional that has been doing this for many years to guide you through this bodybuilding show, because it's one thing losing some fat to look good for the beach. And then you could get to a healthy body fat. But when you do a bodybuilding show, you're losing so much fat that's not even healthy, and you need somebody that has experience to guide you out of the bodybuilding show. Because once you get so lean, you have to gain some weight back so you could be in a healthy state. Because getting so lean, the way you're gonna look at the show is not gonna be a healthy thing. So you need some guidance. So this is something so hard. And from my experience, and from your experience, I'm sure, is that when you do something hard, you get through a tough time, it makes you a better person. Let's give an example. I heard this in a podcast, that going through a bodybuilding show or anything hard is like boot camp. You know, the military, when you're about to go into the military, you go through boot camp. Okay, boot camp is something that's so hard. You hear from it, you know, it's so intense. You wake up extra early, they make you work out so hard. I don't know how boot camp goes. They scream at you, they make your life a living hell. But then once it's done, you come out of it as a better person. And I think that's any experience in life. Anything that's hard is gonna make you a better person. Okay, and it just, maybe like an example, me, when I was going through school, I felt like school was so hard. It was so hard. So many times I wanted to give up, but I finished and it made me a better person. I'm happy with the results. So one other example is, like, this is so old from high school, and I remember this. So there's it was like a talent show in Fontana High School. It was called Mr. Stiller. It was like a show where all the guys had to dress up in suits and kind of it was like a pageant show. I think it was a pageant show. And then you had to do a routine, like a special routine where you had to dance or kind of do some tricks. And then you won at the end. Like, you did a group dance. And it was like the first year, like, actually my year that I did it, it was the first year. Like, I even got the yearbook right here. Look, there's me right there, Javier. I didn't win, but actually I was the People's Choice, I think. Javier Sandoval, the winner of the People's Choice. The People's Choice, that's what I was. But point is that I didn't want to do that the talent show. Well, I did want to do it, but I was scared to do it. So I was so close not to do it because I was scared. I was like, the whole school was gonna come into the auditorium. They were gonna see you perform in front of a bunch of people. And I think everybody who's not scared of speaking and doing things in front of a big audience, it's scary, it's terrifying. So I didn't want to do it. And one of the security guards, I had told him from my school, I was like, should I do it? He's I say you do it, because if you don't do it, you're gonna look in the future and you're gonna regret not doing it. Like, in the future, you're gonna be like, damn, I shouldn't have done it. And I was like, you're right. And I did it. And now 10 years passed by, whatever it is, since high school. And then now I think at that moment, I was so scared that I wasn't going to do it. There I did it. And right now I'm looking back and I'm like, you know what? I'm happy I did it. It was a scary but fun experience. And I think that's anything right now that's like something that's happening with me with my bodybuilding show. It's scary to get onto a bodybuilding stage in my damn underwear and be flexing in front of people almost naked. It's a scary thing, but it's something that I kind of want to do. And I know that if I go through it somehow, I don't know, it's my first show. I know somehow when this is all over, I will look back and it would have made me a better person, or have made me have a better experience to look back and be like, damn, I'm happy I did that. Okay. And then one last thing, all right, is when you go through something hard, it makes other things easier. And I'll give you an example. I'm so glad that the first time I reached out to a coach, 3D Muscle Journey, that's if you want to Google them, I reached out to 3D Muscle Journey. It's a group of coaches that help you with nutrition. I reached out to them years back, and they helped me with a fat loss phase. And I was so dedicated that I got to my goal. My goal was to lose about 12 pounds, and I dedicated myself and I got pretty lean. And that's the first time that on Instagram I started posting me with abs and pretty lean, and people like, damn man, you're pretty shredded. That was the first time. And it was intense because I did cardio. I had to watch my diet very strictly. It was tough, sticking to the diet, training, doing cardio. It was hard. But I got to that point that it was so hard that now once I wasn't gonna continue to eat that little amount of food and doing all this cardio because I already had reached the goal. So now I had to transition out of it. I started eating more food. Of course, nothing crazy, but I started eating more food. I did less cardio. Eventually, I got to a point where I was doing no cardio, just training and eating more. But because I went through that, it made me just make everything else easier. My normal day of eating healthy, didn't feel hard. Maybe because I already had gone through months of eating so little foods, doing so much cardio, that now a normal diet of eating healthy without, I'm not eating low calories, I'm eating a normal amount of calories to maintain my body weight, just felt easier. And I feel like you will not experience the easiness that I experience. Like people say, how do you look so lean year round? Because I don't get extra fat. I kind of stay relatively lean year round. And it's because it's easier for me to stay that way, because eating healthy is not intensely hard. But I think that to get to that point, the reason that I got to that point is because I went through that dieting phase that was so intense that it makes this phase way easier. And if you never did something hard, this is gonna feel hard to you. So it's just what I wanted to say. So hopefully you guys kind of got something out of it. Hard things will make you a better person. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you guys liked the video, please press like at the bottom. Yeah, man. I hope you guys liked it. I try to think about things that it's mental things. Like all this, I feel like what has got me successful in this is it's all in the things that I think. Like it's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's like my mind felt like it's got strong. That's why I continue to get better and continue to progress. And all these things that I said today, it was mainly mental stuff that I said. It was mental stuff to program your brain to be mentally strong. So I think these are the things that you need to hear that's going to help you become a better person in your fitness journey or in your life. All right, guys. So if you guys like the video or you like these types of videos, please subscribe. That would really mean a lot. I really want to grow this channel. I really want to kind of have more people view it. So I know the more people that subscribe or comment, like the more exposed it is on the web, on the internet. So please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.